What is up, YouTube? I'm Comforty. We're back with more of the LLDS, the Local Legend Duel Series deck list. First one we're going to be talking about is Valkyrie. And I will say this, it's been a little while since we've seen Valkyrie do something. Their first initial week, we saw a list come up. I really wanted to try, but this list kind of wettens the appetite a little bit more with a few changes for this list. So this list is taken to Stick and Chair. Honestly, I think Stick and Chair is probably one of the better engines you can play in this. One being a light fairy, and two being able to draw immense power through Chair. Honestly, you needed a draw engine in this deck besides your standardized Pot of Desires. So one of the things I definitely think that this build tries to do is compensate for the lack of power with, you know, the 9 draw cards of this plus Summoner Monk. I don't really know how I feel about the Hatronade in the main deck. This just kind of seems out of place to me. Also, there's no Hecatrice to go searching for Valhalla. We were originally talking about in the previous build that playing Hecatrice to search for Valhalla, basically playing those 9 cards to unload your hand was probably the reason that this deck was actually doing well. Well, unfortunately, as all good things must do, other people take the deck, make variant changes to it, and you get evolutions like this. So this is, I believe, the 4th place LLDS finish for Valkyries. I definitely think that this deck is going to continue to be a fan favorite for a little while, because when you create such a powerful card like Mischief of the Time Goddess, it's literally just a matter of time until somebody out there decides to go, oh, well, fuck, we gotta break this. So anyway, onwards and upwards. We have 3 stick, 3 chairs. So the main thing you're doing with this is you're trying to use this as a predominant draw engine to speed up the deck. Also, being able to make things like Ouroboros turn 1 for free, basically, is pretty damn good. Ripping the card out of your opponent's hand or bouncing something on the field can definitely win you games. And I can't say, honestly, like the stick chair engine, it doesn't seem that good, but Ouroboros makes it good, if that makes sense. It's just kind of the things that you can do in addition to your resource pool. And we're playing triple copies of Summoner Monk, 19 cards in your deck are spell cards. And trust me, if you're like me, you're always going to have a copy of Pot of Desires just dead as hell in your hands. So honestly, being able to discard it off of Summoner Monk to go set up whatever play you honestly need isn't a bad thing. And then we have 3 copies of Brunhilde, unaffected by your opponent's spell cards. This is the big one. Triple copy of Drite. This is the one that adds a Valkyrie. So you can bring it off of Summoner Monk, because if it's normal or special summon. So that's definitely something working in your favor. And then, of course, triple Erste being the larger one. And then we have triple Zwite being the level 5. Now this build is also playing Celestial Transformation. This is something that you've definitely need in this deck. So summon 1 furry monster from your hand. That monster's attack is halved. Also, it's destroyed during the end phase. It's not really going to matter, because if you're mischiefing of the Time Goddess, what end phase? We're on the next turn's battle phase. We skipped the phase. So we did what we needed to do. Honestly, it's just to make sure that we unload these very big Valkyries from our hand to make sure we can play. Now this deck is main decking Hatronade. Like I said, I feel that this sticks out, but if you're playing in a more localized format where back row might be a problem for you, you have to take advantage of cards like this to remove those threats. I definitely think the Valkyries die to back row, and that's very much the case. So if you get this in your hand as a combo card to basically do what you need to do to kill your opponent, then this will get you there. Triple Mischief of the Time Goddess, the card that allows you to win attacking your opponent, it's great. Then we have 1 copy of Monster Reborn and triple Pot of Desires. Once again, it is all about that draw power. Like, I don't know, I can't stress it enough just how good this stuff is. 1 Raigeki for the board wipe. Obviously, you're a deck that wants to go second, so you need those ways to make sure that you can board wipe your opponent. Triple Ride of the Valkyries. Searching for Mischief of the Time Goddess is pretty good. 1 Upstart Goblin, nothing else to say about this. And then triple Valhalla, making sure that we have... This deck has 6 ways to unload the Valks, which is important. The next deck we have 1 Underclock Taker, 1 Saruja, 1 Ningirsu, 1 Unicron, 1 Phoenix, 1 Goblin, 1 Cerberus, 2 Hip Hoshingen, 1 Boral Sword, 1 Tornado Dragon, 1 Deltaros, 1 Ouroboros, 1 Tsukiyomi, and 1 Dweller. The deck doesn't have a side deck, which is fine, but we're just here for the cool concepts. I definitely might take this deck to locals at some point in time. Seems super fucking fun. So there's this. We have one more list today, and it is Danger Dark World. This is also another 4th place LLDS list. Now, when I was first talking about this deck early in the format, we were talking about, it's like, oh my god, like, we need Lanthium to play the deck. No, Beej is a very acceptable replacement. You can get away with it. It's less money that you have to spend if you've got, you know, the danger cards ready to play. One of the things that this particular build does that the other builds don't is, one, we're main decking 2 copies of the Dark Kaiju. It's 2800. Your graph should have absolutely no problem smashing through this on the opponent's field if it ends up being a problem for you. And this build is also playing 2 copies of Gozen Match. Now, the thing that we've kind of learned in this format is floodgates are the goo. And I can't stress that enough. Being able to flood out the opponent is definitely very, very important. And then one of the other cool things about this one is this deck is also playing 1 copy of Mass Change too. We've kind of come to know and love Dark Law as a card. Once again, I feel like if you're playing in a tournament like the LLDS, you know, you're going to be seeing mass amounts of meta. So something that can kind of take advantage of the situations, kind of adapt and try to put your opponent more on tilt, is definitely something that, you know, Dark Law plus company can do. So when you're playing this deck, understand that you do have access to Dark Law, you do have access to Floodgates. This deck does have a lot more removal than I think your standardized builds do, so take advantage of that when you're playing it. So, alright, anyways, on and upwards. We have 2 copies of Beej, just that auto discard, special summon, bounce back for graph. Triple copies of Brow. Drawing cards is crucial. Can't stress that enough. Triple copies of Bigfoot, discard destruction, more additional draw power, 3000 body, something exceeds rank 8 that we don't play, something dark side. We have triple copies of Chupacabra, triple copies of Nessie, and triple copies of Jackalope, along with 3 copies of Graph, 2 Radion, triple Snow, 1 Tour Guide. Honestly, still the big play with this deck, that always almost seems like it's going to be crucial, is just Tour Guide into Brow, and then start your Dark World engine. Being able to bring out that free body just to kind of do what you want seems relatively good. Also, the fact that we have access to Witch's Apprentice now, it's pretty good. Spells, literally just triple Allure, 1 Mass Change to 1 Geki, 2 Gate. I don't know how I feel about 2 Gate. I understand that it's searchable, but as a player, I kind of feel at times that I want access to 3. It feels kind of lackluster not to have access to all those cards. And then we have 3 Danger Zone, 2 Gozen, 1 Impermanence, and 1 Skill Drain. I definitely will say that Danger Zone is probably one of the better cards that this deck has gotten access to. Trap cards are still slow. It's the unfortunate downside of the game. There's nothing we can really do about that, but at the end of the day, the way that this is going to go is you're going to just resolve this, drop off whatever you might need to like disrupt your opponent, depending on the turn, and just roll with it from there. Honestly, if it comes down to any other scenario, like you're gonna probably run into issues. But I mean, if your opponent MSTs it, if your opponent's playing MST, you got value down. That's the extent in which I think you should be excited. In the next deck, we have 2 Witch's Apprentice, 1 Underclock, 1 Kagari, 1 Nin, 1 Unicron, 1 Phoenix, 1 Gobbly, 1 Cerberus, 1 Isolde, 1 Borrowman, 1 Break Sword, 1 Dante, 1 Abyss Dweller, and 1 The Masked Hero, Dark Law. And then the side deck we have triple Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, 2 Anti-Spell Fragrance, triple Evenly Matched, 1 Imperial Order, triple Magic Deflector, and triple Red Reboot, wrapping up this deck profile. Now, the local Legend Duel Series, the LLDS, I understand they are local-based tournaments, but once again, we are looking at the concepts of these decks, trying to spark ideas in players, see where the competitive mindset goes. You know, it's the little changes. I do encourage net decking. Try these concepts from these duelists. see what was going through their head, see how you want to evolve the theories that other players present, and test these things. It's all about Yu-Gi-Oh! It's one of the things I love doing with this channel. It's showing off information, discussing it, evolving it, changing it. It's why we play Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright guys, peace out. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.